The following wrestling simulation requires discretionary viewer participation. Welcome to another edition of Championship Wrestling. These matches are sanctioned and supervised by the Steam Workshop Alliance, courtesy of Fire Pro Wrestling World and the Carlzilla Mod Pack. I am Benoit, and we're kicking things off here with Ken Shamrock going up against Baron Corbin. Now, Baron Corbin was actually part of the Gold Rush tournament, but defeated by the Magnificent Morocco, whereas Shamrock was knocked out of the Gold Rush tournament literally by the Macho Man Randy Savage. Shamrock here wants a rematch against the Macho Man, given the fact that Shamrock was an MMA legend and he was literally KO'd in a wrestling ring. And it just so turns out that Baron Corbin has some skills himself in MMA, actually being a Golden Gloves champion and also winning some accolades there in Jiu-Jitsu. So even these two men are having a match here in the wrestling ring. I could see them going at it in an octagon, both in their prime. And I have to wonder just who would take it. Corbin did not take that flying clothesline there as he was able to duck. Now he's working over the arm and shoulder. Shamrock likes to go for that belly-to-belly as a prelude to an ankle lock submission hold. He's won many matches with that in the WWF and actually former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I believe he won the gauntlet for the gold on the NWA TNA's debut card. Now, I don't remember if he made Malice submit with that ankle lock or pinned him after a belly-to-belly. I'd have to go back and watch it. Baron's unable to duck that clothesline this time. German suplex release. Corbin lands high on his head. Now we have a strike exchange between the two. Corbin charges in and connects with an avalanche splash there in the corner. Followed by a side slam. Lateral press. Nope. Doesn't even get a 1 count. I believe Baron Corbin still wrestles today, though no longer for WWE. He might do some indies, but he goes by a different name. I'd have to look it up to find out. Nice single leg drop kick there, but Corbin's able to get to his feet first. Fireman's carry take over. Nice STO there. And a forearm to the back of the neck. Once again, Shamrock doesn't even allow a 1 count to occur. But the end of days might secure the 3 if Corbin can make the pin. 1, 2, 3. No! Shamrock kicks out. Oh, but he hits the belly to belly. Like I said, that's normally the prelude for the ankle lock. But instead he kicks him. Oh, wait, no, what's he doing? Wasn't sure myself. I don't think he knew what he was doing. Whatever it was not enough to get the victory. Maybe that extra second of thinking about it is what cost him that 3 count. Once again, that nice 1-leg drop kick. Almost like a spinning reverse heel kick there. Belly to belly, but this time overhead with the throw. Up. Corbin gave up his back. You can't do that. He should know better. And Corbin collapses there. Now we see a Shamrock going after that knee. These men are definitely out of steam. How you doing, butt lice? Honk. I'm winded just watching these guys. Oh, cheap shot there to the eyes. Drake Shamrock out of the corner because he knows if he wants to go for the cover, that's not the right place to do it. Despite the fact that sometimes these referees make the count anyway. 2, no. Oh, barely a 2 count. Shamrock, former, like I said, NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion, and current winner here in this opening contest on this week's edition of Championship Wrestling. We got Jerry Lynn here making his Fire Pro Wrestling debut. Going up against Gran Hamada. Jerry Lynn is a former World Heavyweight Champion himself, if you want to count ECW. Also was a former Ring of Honor World Champion and a Light Heavyweight Champion in his brief time in the WWF. But that's not including the multiple times he's also won the X Division title in TNA, as well as a couple other smaller local championships. Talking about the X Division, like, that's a style that helped, or rather not help, but that like branched off from that Lucha Libre high-flying, fast-paced style that Gran Hamada actually brought to Japan from Mexico. So it's only appropriate we got Jerry Lynn making his debut here against Gran Hamada, who goes for the cover early on, just gets a 1 count. Nice Saito suplex there. Hamada going up top for frog splash, but doesn't connect as Jerry Lynn gets out of the way. Nice fireman's carry takeover. Jerry Lynn had a pretty epic feud with Rob Van Dam in late ECW. Also had quite a feud with Sean Waltman, who back then went by the Lightning Kid back in Global. The GWF, which was a short-lived promotion there in the early 90s. Nice. Ooh, what a backbreaker that was. Hamada hits a pile driver. Now Jerry Lynn likes that pile driver, but he has his own variant. He calls the cradle pile driver. If he hits that on Hamada, it's bound to be over with. TKO. Hamada gets right back. Oh my God. Talk about fast-paced. Oh, and an ace cutter. This could be it. No, only a 2 count. Oh, modified tombstone pile driver. I'd call that a cradle tombstone. Drops Hamada on his head and picks up his first. No, I was going to say he picks up his first victory here in Fire Pro, but no. Hamada still has more to give. Another TKO. And I don't mean the company that now owns WWE. We're going to see it? No. I think he wanted to go for that pile driver, but instead he gets backdropped out of the ring. Here in Fire Pro Wrestling, we have a 10 count. I'm sure he gets back to the ring at the count of 2. Gourd Buster. Northern Lariat and the cover. Legged hook this time. Not enough. This is really anybody's match right here. This could go either way. Dragon suplex with the bridge. 3. No. Oh, listen to the crowd here in attendance. They are loving this match. And I am too. Lateral press. All it takes is 3 seconds. Another gourd buster drops Hamada right on his face. Do it again? No, regular suplex this time. Or in Japan, a brain buster. Hamada going up top. This time he connects with the frog splash, and the referee's going for the count, even though Jerry Lynn's feet were under the ropes. Frog splash again right to the back. That's got to be it for Jerry, but Hamada's not going for the pin. Maybe because he knows Jerry was too close to the ropes. 2. Nope. Wow. 1, 2. No. What a match. Jerry charges in. Now we have a strike exchange. Third TKO. That's got to be it. And it is. Jerry Lynn gets a victory in his debut here, not even using the cradle pile driver. Up next, we have El Matador, Tito Santana, going up against Wade Barrett. Both these men technically qualified for the Gold Rush tournament by being former WWF or WWE King of the Rings, but neither men really got out of the gate as they lost in their first round matches. So they're both 0-1 here in Fire Pro, and hoping here by the end of this match, one of them at least is going to be 1-0. But who? Only time will tell. Wade Barrett had a bit of success in WWE, being the leader of the Nexus, which sprung from the end of the first season of WWE NXT. Whereas Tito Santana was a multiple-time WWF Tag Team and Intercontinental Champion. If memory serves me right, he was the, was he the Intercontinental Champion back during the first WrestleMania? I don't remember. Maybe Greg Valentine was. I don't quite recall. But I know Tito Santana was the man whom Randy Savage defeated for the Intercontinental Championship. Became a bit of an undercard jobber to the Stars there in the early 90s. Wade Barrett currently taking it to Tito Santana. Wade Barrett also currently announces for the WWE, though I don't remember which show. Might be Raw, might be SmackDown, I don't know. Tito Santana moved on to hook the leg for a 1 count. Also to be a teacher. Both training pro wrestlers as well as being an actual academic teacher. Wasteland. Good night. 1, 2, 3. No! Tito kicked out. Okay. Get it, Tito. You know, Wade Barrett has that wasteland there, which is just a bit of a throw from on top of the shoulders where he dumps his opponent down on his back. So Santana has a couple of maneuvers there. He likes to use that figure 4 leg lock as well as that flying forearm. Jesse Ventura used to refer as the flying jalapeno. Also used to call Tito Chico. Nice boss man slam there. Tito, a very beloved babyface back in the regional days before the global expansion. Or national expansion, I should say. There's that flying forearm. Flying jalapeno I was talking about. 1, 2, 3. No, both men hit some finishers on him. Neither one was able to secure the victory, though. One more finisher might do it. Just a matter of who hits it first. Oh, but then again, diving elbow drop right to the small of the back. That could do it if Tito's able to make the cover. Decides against it. Might have been a mistake. Oh. Twisting vertical brainbuster. Oh, and he goes for some claws. Only to fall on those claws. Oh, here's that figure 4 we talked about. He's not going to get a submission outside of the ring. Notice how Wade's trying to scoot himself off of those claws. Might have cut his back. It definitely at least scratched it up a bit. Flying jalapeno again. This has got to be all. And it is. Tito Santana defeats Wade Barrett here on Championship Wrestling. Arriba! We got some tag team action kicking off here is the team of Gory, Howe Jr. and the Goon. Whoa! Power play going up against Cheeseburger and Brutal Bob Evans. Now, Brutal Burgers lost to Necro Butcher and Jimmy Jacobs in their first outing, whereas Power Play took a loss to the Uzos. So by the end of this match, one of these teams are going to have their first win in Fire Pro. Ooh, I smell some cooking. What's nice about this house is that anytime anybody cooks, the scent just creeps right up through the vents. Hope it's a burger. Hope it's some kind of meat. Got Bob Evans in there with the Goon right now. The Goon was a brief wrestler in the WWF. Ooh, whereas Gory Howe Jr. was the son of the original Gory Howe. Second generation pro wrestler. Hockey fan. Cheeseburger, don't know what he thinks about hockey. But I'm guessing he loves cheeseburgers. Gory, quite fast and agile for a man of his size. Ooh, Goon with a rabbit kidney punch there. Come on, referee. That's not legal. Oh, but Cheeseburger's fighting back. Does not want to charge into the opposite corner. He knows that could be problematic. Going for a double team, though. Gonna put the Goon off, and there we go. Good idea. That's solid tag team work there by the team of Brutal Burgers. Now we got a strike exchange, but I got to think the Goon, there we go, probably has the advantage in that. You might want to check his gloves there, referee. Are those things loaded? Got another double team maneuver there. Double suplex there on Brutal Bob Evans. Brutal Bob and Cheeseburger teamed in Ring of Honor. Whereas this team of Power Play here is just for Fire Pro. Nice jackknife hold there. Float over for the bridge, but only gets a 1. Bear hug quite close to the ropes, though. Referee forces the break. Spinning back kick there. Up, Gory goes up top 4. A frog splash right to the back of Bob Evans. And Bob Evans, that's a restaurant. Bob Evans, a restaurant's teaming with a food item called a cheeseburger? I just now picked up on that. I have not been to Bob Evans in a long 3D. Oh, that move belongs to a team we don't have here in Fire Pro. At least not yet. I was about to say, man, I haven't had Bob Evans in a long time. Nice float over into a cross arm breaker. I used to like going to Bob Evans for like the soup and sandwich. You've never been to Bob Evans? Oh, nice. Shining wizard. You know, Cheeseburger likes to put in a lot of Japanese moves into his arsenal. Whip reversal. I thought Burger might go for the pin, but nope. Instead, he decides to stick his face out so he can get punched 4 times. Bob Evans is all right. Uppercut. The Goon looking more like Belrog there. Both men tag out their teammates. Gory might want to get Bob there out of his corner. Or not. Second frog splash. This time Evans is able to evade it. Well, I mean, Bob Evans doesn't have really anything I would say, unique to their menu that I'm aware of. But generally, it's just good food. Knee bar. Don't know where the referee is. Oh, but wait a minute. It's because the Goon's the legal person. There we go. Now the referee's in there. Double team. Oh! The Young Bucks got channeled in for that double team maneuver. No, they have more than soup, but I like their soup and sandwich deal. We get like a half sandwich, like a half roast beef sandwich, like au jus. Well, it wasn't really au jus because it had more of a gravy with it. Like a half roast beef sandwich with gravy I can dip it in, and like a can of loaded potato soup. Shining Wizard again. The Goon doesn't buy into that magic shit and got right back up. Good old sloppy beef. Dude, I like a hot beef sandwich. Both men go off the ropes. Gory's the one that decides to kick him, though. Goes for a roll-up or that knee bar again, but misses the target. Nice spine buster. Another frog splash. I have to think that might have been it there if it wasn't broken up by Bob Evans. Down on the farm. Swinging neck breaker. Bob Evans. I remember those commercials. Wonder if they still have them. I used to always sing it differently, though. I'd go, Bob Evans, farm on the down, because I was a stupid kid who thought that was funny. Leg is hooked. Kick out, though, before the Goon could even try to break it up. Oh, straight right. Gory tags out to the Goon. Yeah. I'm just really hungry now. I can talk about all kinds of food now. Oh, Cheeseburger holds him still, so Bob Evans. I want to say his full name now. Bob Evans going up for a superplex. And he hits it. Tag out to Cheeseburger. Double team maneuver denied. Thought the Goon might want to tag out. He still might. Cheeseburger can only block, but he still takes the force of that barrage of punches. Big DDT in the center of the ring. Cheeseburger slides out. Shote to the back of the head. Move taken from Jushin Liger, who he did team up with in Japan. This match only has a 20-minute time limit. Feels like it's been going on for the majority of that. One of these teams might want to go for the cover here. Multiple Shote. Both men tag out. Get the fresher in. Bob, you're going for the wrong guy. Brings the Goon back in the ring. The Goon is not who we should be focusing on. Hunan Karana. Sling blade. And a splash. Broken up. That could have been the 3 right there. Oh, triple F. I think that's what he calls that. I could be wrong, though. That would have been the win, though, too, if it's not broken up by the Goon. 1. But that is... No, it is not. Power play stays in this thing. Remember, this match only has a 20-minute time limit. Backslide. Broken up. Knee bar. And this match is over. Looks like power play gets a victory here. against Brutal Burgers. Or wait, did we hit the time limit? Let's wait for the official word. And now for some ladies action here. We got Judy Martin representing the Glamour Girls and the fabulous Moolah taking on Lotus of the Asian Invasion. About a month ago, March 14th, the Glamour Girls actually lost to the Asian Invasion when Judy Martin was disqualified, giving Lotus the victory. And now Judy Martin wants revenge against Lotus. But more importantly, Moolah told her girls that they better start winning, and she's tired of being embarrassed by all these losses. Lotus is putting up a hell of a fight, though, against Judy Martin here. I know, that low blow. I don't know exactly what was hit. But Judy Martin got a full forearm of it. Goes for a power bomb. No, but it's reversed. Back body drop there. Oh, another fistful of crotch. Fistful of vag. Fisting is not legal in Fire Pro Wrestling, okay? But that kick is perfectly legal. Also, is that a low drop kick? Big gut buster. Look at fabulous Moolah there looking on. Judy's going to go for it again. No, another reverse. Okay, up there, of course, Moolah wants to get involved. Oh, she is... Moolah is getting antsy. Well, the timekeeper. The timekeeper is the one who rings the bell, Butt Lice. Not always, though. It depends. Sometimes there's one individual person who rings the bell, and sometimes there's a timekeeper separately. But usually, they're one and the same. There is only a 10 count here. These ladies might want to get back in the ring, and they do. Backbreaker by the Glamour Girl. And the cover. Oh, consider that revenge gained by Judy Martin. And I am Benoit signing off for this episode of Championship Wrestling. Till next time, guys, keep on simming.